Okay, if you haven't tried this company, not sponsored, clearly, because, that's a big company. I've been doing Diamond Dotz paintings since I started in 2020. I started with, like, some no-name brand off of Amazon, and then I started getting these at Joann's. So this is a special edition. This is one I wanted to share with you that I haven't opened yet. That I saw was back in stock. Walmart seems to go through, they have them, and then they're all off the shelf. And then they get like a shipment in again, and then they're all off the shelf. But they have them. Now, I don't think they restock them, it seems like, until whatever on that certain end cap is gone. And then they fill that end cap again with diamond painting, which is like the one, like the end of the crafts, right before you get to where the stationery is, at least at my store. It used to be over where the other part of the crafts were, like if your Walmart still had fabric, it was over that way on one of the end caps over there. But now, at least in 2 Walmarts I've been in, they've moved them so they're over where the arts and crafts are for all the kids. Like after the wedding, the the bakery, cake stuff, all the crafts and all the stuff before you get to the stationery. This is on one of the end caps. So they've got like a whole bunch. I was there today. I'm like, hey, I have that one and I haven't opened it yet to look at it. But they had like a sunflower, they had a cat one, a wolf one, a sea turtle one, a landscape one. They had Starry Night. They had another landscape that was like an ocean landscape one. So I thought this would be fun because rainbows and butterflies. It's bright. It's summery. It's, who doesn't love a rainbow? I'm a millennial. So rainbow, bright. That's where my obsession probably came from. And, all things rainbow. Like, I enjoy rainbows. Clearly, because they're fun. So this one is a partial, but it's a pretty decent partial because it's literally just the bottom where it's white. That's the only thing you don't diamond paint. Is see how you can see all the little circles and numbers and letters and stuff and symbols up here, and then the butterfly, and then right underneath the butterfly, that white, you don't diamond paint. So it's a decent canvas where you're not like losing. Like I've done partials from Diamond Dotz where it's like, where's the rest of the canvas, because it's been such a partial where you didn't do the eyeballs, you didn't do the face, you didn't do the skin. Like it was very, very partial. Where this is, I think you get more bang for your buck for like $9.48, I think, or $9.98. And then what's nice about these ones with Diamond Dotz, they're coming more and more with more borders, so framing is a lot easier. So this one has 32 colors. And they number their own. They have their own numerical system, so it's not DMC if you've never bought from them before. Throw drills are really good. They tend to be staticky. So my suggestion is to put them in the freezer before you use them because they tend to hold a lot of static. My other trick is you take a baby wipe and wipe down your tray, let it dry. Wipe the back and the front, wipe your tray down, wipe your pen down before you start placing. And the best bet with these is to use a big tray, and then when you're putting them away, sometimes that also helps get rid of the static. I seem like sometimes seems like the smaller the tray, the more static builds up. Like where if you have a bigger tray, you can. Seems like I can unstatic them better in a bigger tray. Like when I say bigger, I mean a lot bigger. Like I have trays this size, and then I have trays this size. So I like to use the bigger trays when they're really staticky. That seems to help. And then the other part is when you have staticky drills, if you shake them and do that, to help get them to all fall down before you cut it and then pour it into your container. That seems to help too. So obviously you got all the rainbow colors. Ooh, I like that color. So all the pretty blues, purples, and oranges, green. And you can buy these in the store loose if you ever buy a blank canvas. I don't know how long Joann Fabrics is keeping them. Because I did notice when I was there that the jars are on clearance. So some of the diamond paintings, the diamond dots, like Joann's, I noticed are starting to go clearance. But this one you can only buy at Walmart. And it's a special edition. So usually a special edition or a limited edition or a limited print or limited, it'll say something like that. They had a Precious Moments that I noticed was new. And then they had a Snoopy that I hadn't seen before. So they have a good variety. Especially if you have somebody like, you know, if you have somebody in your family that wants to try it, you could definitely get them started because it's just like under $10. You can get one of these kits at Walmart. Which, after shipping, and if you find a kit on Amazon, you're probably going to spend more of that. And then you're taking a chance if you go to the Temu site, which I don't recommend because of what was happening with them stealing people's credit card information. So I don't recommend going to that site. I did buy a few things when they first came out, and it wasn't any different than the cheap, like, AliExpress sites. So, wasn't worth my time, wasn't worth my frustration, if you know what I mean. So, with this kit, you get your basic pen, your pink wax, a grippy, and a gray tray. So, this is all you need if you're going to have somebody try it out and start. All you need anyway. And these canvases are nice and sticky. They have that nice scalloped edge so that it doesn't fray. And it, like I showed you before, it has that nice edge. So framing this one is really nice and easy. They are nice and sticky. You can clearly read these symbols. It's nice, shiny, and it's a decent size that you definitely would be able to frame this. And I have lots of framing ideas, other ways I frame things that I can share. There's a variety of ways to frame things besides just putting it in a frame. And if you don't want a glass frame, there's other things you can do. Like attaching the canvases, buy a poster frame, which is plexiglass, so you don't have to deal with a heavy glass frame if you don't want to use that. And there's other things I found in other places that I've used because sometimes you get creative. So yeah, so that's that. Like I said, this is a Walmart exclusive. I've had it and I just haven't opened it. Had it for a little bit, so. But yeah, and I can highly recommend them. Like I said, I've been doing these since 2020. And shortly after starting, I had went to Joann's once things had opened. So I've been working on diamond dots for quite a while. And it does come with instructions, which, bravo, they finally got it down to a much, this is a much smaller sheet than it used to be. It used to be a much longer sheet. Actually, I haven't looked at their sheet in a while. And it does have like a QR code that you can go and look at all the other diamond paintings they have on Walmart down there. So this must be just for Walmart ones. And it says you can visit walmart.com to go see the other diamond paintings they have. So if you want to screenshot that QR code, if you want to look at the other ones and see if your Walmart has any. Like they had one that had 3 sunflowers on it. That was pretty. Like I said, they had Precious Moments. And I've never seen Precious Moments in a diamond painting before. So I thought that was kind of cute. I know a lot of people used to know. Their parents used to collect Precious Moments. Yeah. Those little figurines. But that would be a good one to give to a grandma or an aunt to do. A subject they like that's cute. But yeah. Here's Diamond Dots. And I don't even know what it's called. It doesn't have a name. Sometimes they put names on these and sometimes they don't.